All right, man. Today is Wednesday. It is June 21st. Welcome to the Dog Walk, presented by Barstool Sports. We are coming at you from the Glen Club.
The Glen Club.
In Glenview, Illinois. Megan Makin Money is joining us on this free swim Wednesday. Happy to have you, Megan. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm really excited to be back, and what a gorgeous summer day in Chicago.
Gorgeous. The first day you said you've been here without a jacket.
It is, and I mentioned that my thighs are sticking together a little bit here, but it's neither here nor there, gentlemen.
Better than the home time, though.
Yeah, better than being in Louisiana right now. Supposedly we got a heat index warning. Not supposed to be outside for very long.
Can we talk about that, though?
I don't think I would ever need it. I would like do the Grandpa Simpsons with the outdoors and just
walk
be
in,
like,
walk out.
Right back into AC.
But how everyone, Chicago winners. Chicago winners, but we don't talk about the South Summers as much, I feel.
Yeah, y'all don't talk the shit that we
Right?
do down there at all.
Yeah, we should be giving them shit for that.
I know.
It should be part of the state's marketing.
Yeah.
You're not going to be too hot.
Yeah. What's your prime time, Louisiana?
Like early March.
Okay, so
Which
early
is
March,
It's like this.
Okay.
It's like this. It's beautiful like this in early March.
a lot of outdoor fests and shit like that.
Outdoor fest. We can get this great sit outside beer drinking weather. It's the only time really in Louisiana you don't sweat that badly.
So how often do heat indexes happen in Louisiana?
A ton.
Heat index warnings.
A ton, and just also it's probably more because of the humidity than anything. I mean, it's just you don't walk outside and just feel how hot it is. It's it feels like a big sopping, steaming, wet coat has been just put over your body,
gross.
and also you've been waterboarded because you're just trying to breathe through the humidity.
Hate that.
I feel like that's why LSU only plays at night.
Go Tigers!
Go
We played
Tigers.
at night right now. Oh no, not
No,
today.
but for football, 'cause it's just too hot there during the day. And
Yeah,
in
it's-
September, it's great. I went to a Florida-Tennessee game in Knoxville, and it was end of September. On my way to my seat, I saw multiple people being stretchered out of the stadium.
Really?
Because it was just they were drinking all day. It was a 3 o'clock kick, 3:30 kick, and they were drinking all day, and then it was 90-something degrees, and people just couldn't handle it.
Tough.
Yeah. So
Not everyone's built for drinking
SEC
long
football,
hours in the
yeah.
hot sun.
Yep.
But hey, if you're going to be out drinking, maybe going to a NASCAR event, you should do it with Jack Daniels.
Yeah, speaking of Tennessee, Lynchburg, Tennessee, that's where Jack Daniels is distilled, and they are the official whiskey of NASCAR event in Chicago. So July 1st and 2nd, it is also a music festival. It's going to be a party. Those cars are going to be buzzing around Lakeshore Drive, Michigan Avenue, the heart of the city. So the Field Museum, all those areas. It's incredible that they decided to put a race there, and Jack Daniels is slapping their name on it because who wouldn't want to do that?
Of course.
So it is. Every drop comes from that Lynchburg, Tennessee. They get their water from from Cave Spring Hollow, so you know that water's good. And then the thing that makes them different is that they charcoal mellow every drop through 10 feet of hard sugar maple charcoal. So it's filtered through
shit.
that. It gives it that little smoky, sweet flavor that that Jack Daniels number 7, that's how they get that flavor in there. So the good water, the good filtration, the good distillery, that's Jack Daniels.
If you're naming just American brands like Jack Daniels,
Oh, they're up there.
top 50.
Yeah. That's one of those things where if you Americana,
Yeah.
NASCAR with a Jack Daniels on there, that
It-
might be as
100%.
America as it get. Maybe throw a football in there somehow, and then that's it.
100%.
Yeah. So that's what people should do. So if you want to, you can enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the Jack Daniels Balbo Club. So Balbo is a street in Chicago at the NASCAR Chicago Street Race now through June 26th. So text Jack Race to 68450 or visit jackdaniels.com/shy-race to enter and for official rules.
Even outside of that, you did something right when you're the it's a Jack and Coke.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's not a whiskey and cola.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't. I don't even know what a whiskey and cola is. I know what a Jack and Coke is.
Yeah.
Jack and Coke just sounds so it just rolls off the tongue.
Americana.
Certain brands have become their own noun or verb, like Xerox, Google.
Yeah.
Jack falls
Tissue.
into that
Kleenex.
category.
Kleenex.
You fucked it up.
Band-Aid.
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 Yeah.
What is it technically called?
What?
A Band-Aid.
A bandage?
A bitch sticker.
I don't don't. That kind
sticker.
of blew my mind. I never.
I
thought
know,
about
right?
that.
Band-Aid might have the strongest one.
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what would you call a Band-Aid without the name of the brand?
I guess, do you have any bandages? I think you're right.
Bandage.
Yeah.
Bandages,
Okay.
yeah.
See,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a little.
Wrapping?
That's smart though. They put it
But
too
if someone
close to the original.
if someone asked me for a bandage, I would be like, should I just call 911? You know, like a bandage
Yeah.
is like a serious.
Bandage is like you need wrapping.
Yes, yeah. Where a
You know?
Band-Aid, oh yeah, I might have some in the drawer. What, you got a paper cut? But a bandage is like,
I
Sounds
need
like your
I need
eyes falling
immediate
out.
bandaging right now.
yeah,
I got to scrape
hospital
my knee.
time.
Maybe not, though. Maybe it doesn't have, like, the stickiness to it, or...
But there's other brands of that. Like
Yeah.
Walgreens will have their own generic brand
Yeah,
bandage.
whatever.
Walgreens
Mhm.
bandages.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I thought of this the other day. What is the one thing that you think you waste the most? It is the most wasted thing out there. I'll start with mine, if you want. Like, I thought about it, and like napkins. Like, you sit down at a place, you grab a bunch of napkins.
Mr. Making Money's bad
Yeah.
about napkins.
Is he bad about Mr.
Oh
Making
my
Money?
God, he puts them in his pockets. I gotta like filter through every freaking pocket that he owns.
Really?
So many napkins.
Like, what? How many out of the percentage of like napkins that are made just get thrown right away? Not even one rub.
That's
of,
a good question.
anything
Like
on
fast
them.
food employees will give you 1,000 napkins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not even your fault all the time.
Well, I feel like they also, because that was such a problem, there are places that like make it difficult to get more than one at a time.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like the
Because they're-
movies, they have like those like.
the dispensers.
dispensers.
Yeah.
They're really frustrating.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Just want,
And then
just
you're
want,
like
10
ripping it out,
napkins.
and then it makes you grab more.
Yeah.
My,
Just get the chunk.
My dad's dad, he was like
Some would
the
call it your grandpa.
most frugal. What?
Some might call it your grandpa.
Yeah, well, I want to make sure they didn't think it was my mother's dad. So my dad's
Not to be
dad, that
confused.
side of the family, the Brandel, he would rinse and reuse paper towels. Like, so he would use a paper towel, wash it in the sink, hang it out to dry, and reuse it at least 2 or 3 times.
That's like what's that show? Ultimate Cheapskates or something?
Yeah.
And
That-
was
yeah.
Like
like that was
reused
like
bathwater and stuff on there.
yes, that was
Ew,
always like
what for what?
Yeah, I saw it was a clip of some girl like she's like the most like frugal person like around, and she
Yeah.
like takes the light bulbs in and out. She makes her family all use the same bathwater. Like it's just
Imagine being like you're the one that has to go last.
like dibs.
There's an episode of Extreme Cheapskates where the guy doesn't use his oven or his microwave because he doesn't want his electric and gas bill to go up, so he uses his hot tub to warm shit up. No bullshit.
I would
go
just
watch
say
it.
get rid of the hot tub.
Like a
yeah,
sous vide.
you're gonna be a cheapskate and buy
Yeah.
a hot tub.
But that
But,
bathwater thing, I was watching something on, I think it was the History Channel, but that was the thing that all families would do. Like, hey, like this is our bathing week. They're talking like 200 years, 300 years ago. And they would say that the kid and they would kind of go in order. Like the parents would go first and all the way through the youngest kid. The youngest kid would often die the most because they would get more infections because they were just bathing in dirty water. So like if you were the youngest, the runt of the family, you
You get
died
screwed.
at a higher rate than the other kids. They
Either
like
that or
figured
you
that
turned
out
out-
like after the fact.
Either that or you just turn out to be like an extreme
mutant.
badass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, or that too.
That's an interesting fact.
Yeah.
Another wasted thing, going back to fast food again, it had to be like packets of ketchup or
Yes,
mustard.
that's
Like
good
that, you
too.
know, many times that happens per day. Everyone is getting at least
Yes.
15 extra ketchup packets.
Yes.
That's a good one. That's one of those things where I bet you like Heinz and the ketchup companies hope that McDonald's never figures it out. You know, because they're
Well, same with Big Napkin. I mean,
yeah, totally.
they're not.
But that's what I feel like. I wouldn't be surprised if McDonald's now just makes their own napkins. You know,
I'm sure
like
that
they
they
do because
Yeah,
Amazon
they do.
because they were like getting crushed on packaging. They just bought out like a bunch of packaging companies.
Bunch
So now
of
they all
boxes.
make their own boxes for everything too.
I think personally, what I waste the most, which I hate because I like love the ocean and I love fish, but I really think I waste like just water in general because I'll just stand in a shower and like just
You
like
do shower naps?
I mean, essentially, yeah. I'm just like, or I'll sit down if I'm really
You're in good
hungover,
company.
and or
Yeah.
like I'll leave like this around like an asshole, or I'll leave like a water bottle half drinking, and
Oh, that is like you want to talk about a pet peeve of mine.
you hate half water bottles.
in a relationship because I go through LaCroix. I drink a ton of LaCroix, and if someone drinks like half and then leaves it out and then grabs another one, even though I know whatever's left in there is probably worth about 7 cents, it drives me fucking crazy. Like finish your can before you open
That's
up
such a
another
parent pet peeve.
one. A
Yeah, for
parent
you
one.
not having kids, that's it's a very
It-
like
yeah.
finish your can.
Finish it.
We
or
all-
don't start a new one until you finish.
I was
that
only
one.
allowed one soda a day as a kid. Did you guys
Well,
have a
that's just
soda rule too?
But the thing is, too, but if you cracked one, they'd be like, you better finish that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
always the thing.
Yeah, water could be the most blatantly wasted. You're not even trying to figure out if that's your half water bottle half the time. You're just going to grab another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because we grew up in a time where you don't have to share bath water. It's just like it goes on forever. It's free.
I'll
Speak for
say
yourself.
Yeah.
Me and my brother were in there.
Were you?
No, I'm kidding. We
Well,
drained.
Like water, like the Barstool office
Oh my gosh.
in New York.
It's the worst.
It's the worst, but there's so many people where you set it down, you don't know. And you're
That's
just
true.
like, there's just imposters all over the place.
You could fill up a lake with all the wasted water at HQ.
Yes.
Water
It's
bottles.
like, and it's also like roulette. If you like, do you really want to take that risk on grabbing that water bottle? What did they do last weekend?
Exactly.
It was during COVID too, and we were out there when that was happening so much.
Going
Yeah.
back to the dirty bath water, me and Eddie had this conversation a long time ago. So I believe you were at somewhere like Country Thunder, say a multiple day outdoor, festival where you might not have access to showers. Eddie was saying he'd rather go like 4 or 5 days without bathing instead of going to the only option, which is like jumping in a lake.
Oh, I would do the lake.
I
We
would do
used
the
to-
lake every
You would
day.
rather jump in the lake?
Yeah, we used to.
Oh yeah.
We had these friends that had this lake house in upstate New York, and it was built in like literally 1912 or something. So there was no like they had plumbing, but like kinda like if you took a shit you could flush it, but if you had to pee you just left it like
If it's
that.
yellow, let it mellow.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully
That-
you were
yes.
eating asparagus.
So there was like an outdoor like kind of like a hose shower, but really you would just get this type of shampoo that like I guess wasn't bad for the lake, and you would just jump in the lake, shampoo around, get yourself cleaned up, and that was that. And that was kind of refreshing and awesome. I love doing
Really?
that.
Would
yeah.
you like to state your argument, Eddie?
I just think I'd feel worse.
I think you're just scared of fish.
No, I'm scared of everything, I guess.
We need to get you on Mari.
You might be able to talk me
Conquer
into
your
that.
phobias.
You might be able to talk me
That's
into that
strange.
if it was the ocean.
Well, I was gonna say
Really?
I grew up like swimming in like bayou water, like disgustingly
Oh.
brown alligator water. So I have no problem with a lake at all.
Yeah.
Well, so you're saying like jumping in a lake won't necessarily make you cleaner, but you don't even like the refreshment aspect?
it
I
does
mean, yeah, it'd be
definitely make-
refreshing, but then, like, I got seaweed on my calf and shit like
A
that.
big
Like,
cannonball. What's
yeah,
going
like,
on?
I don't like that. Like, seaweed,
Hey,
It freaks you
my
out.
day's ruined.
I've
My
never
day's
had
ruined.
seaweed on my calf, so I can't speak to that.
Well, maybe that's where we're different here.
I've bathed in lakes before though, with
And-
like a
and-
biodegradable.
You never had a
soap.
nice little string of seaweed across the bicep?
Destin,
No,
Florida is
so-
seaweed central.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Destin is. I've heard Destin's beautiful.
It's
I've never
gorgeous. I
been.
mean, sometimes like it's not seaweed central, but I feel like every time I've gone recently,
Really?
it's been just so
The
much
la-
seaweed.
the last time I felt some sort of seaweed on my body was actually in the Chicago River, when I fell in. They were like, you have to, in order to get back in this kayak, you have to like submerge down as far as you can and like go up as fast as you can and like dolphin kick yourself. So I went down so far that whatever was growing at the bottom of the Chicago River was like tickling my toes.
It's the not knowing. It's not that it's seaweed. It's like, is this
yeah.
seaweed or an anaconda about to
Yeah.
bite my foot off?
Yes.
Is this a person?
Is this a person?
Yeah.
You know, so this is what I was saving, Megan. Those like water bridges that you have to cross to get into, and I know that sounds stupid, like water bridges, but
I was gonna let it go.
listen, you know what I'm talking
I
about.
know. I know.
That
what
you have
you're
to
talking
cross
about.
to get to New Orleans, and
Yeah,
it's like up to
that's
here,
the causeway.
dude.
Oh, so I've never been to New Orleans.
Oh,
I've never
wow.
white knuckled harder than when I was driving to New Orleans at
It's
like
actually not bad. It's
midnight.
Just straight.
It was raining,
Oh yeah. Okay.
and I'm like, I'm gonna flip into this, and I'm just gator bait. Like, that's
wait,
it.
what? So what kind? Why is it a?
Have you ever driven into New Orleans?
No, I've never been.
Oh, buddy,
oh, buddy.
it's no
the way
bueno.
that you were talking about it made me think it was like a Indiana Jones like drawbridge kind of like where it's the rope
no,
rope
it takes
bridge.
you at least. I think it's a 45 minute drive across, just straight across, and they even have their own police. It's the Causeway Police. There's a helicopter that goes and.
So what's so
I mean,
scary
if you get in
about
a
it?
wreck, you are fucked. Like, because there's no place to really pull over. Like, I mean, it's only. I mean, it was completely submerged during Katrina.
The whole thing is a bridge.
Yes.
See that? Like when you're approaching a bridge in a car, like it's almost like I can't wait to get off this bridge. Like you're in the zone while you're on the bridge until you get
Yes.
off the bridge. 45 minutes of being in
But-
the bridge zone is.
But like, there's something more comfortable to me with a bridge where it's like, all right, you're falling 1,000 feet,
On concrete
and you're
versus
well,
water.
well, but this is like,
I'd rather fall in water.
I don't know.
Duh.
Though. I feel like a long fall to my death where I can be like, all right, this is it. Whereas like you're just flipping over and you're plopping in there that's scary.
I think I've just seen a lot of movies like in my head. I'm comfortable that I'll get out of my car if I were to fall in the water, but I also have no
feel
idea.
like I think I'd rather drown than plummet to my death.
But there's gators here too, dude.
Well, yeah, but the alligators, if a humongous car flips in the water, those alligators are terrified. They're gonna be terrified.
Well, but then you're just
when you're
floating around for like
I mean,
an
just
hour.
bop them on the nose.
We've had this
It'll
talk.
be all right.
We've had this talk before. Like
It's like from Megan from Swamp People. Just give him a little pat on the nose.
Little
like
boop.
growing up in a place like Louisiana, like when you're young and you like here in Chicago, you know, you're going in the woods like drinking with buddies. As you get older, you're just scavenging the woods. You guys, that's like life or death. It's like entering a jungle.
I wouldn't say it's life or death. I mean, there's definitely a lot of like you have the cottonmouths. You have like
What's a cottonmouth snake?
Yeah, it's a snake. A cottonmouth is like extremely venomous. You have water moccasins, which are extremely venomous. You have your brown recluse, your black
So
widow.
you're proving his point.
Yeah, so
Well,
we were dealing
no.
with deer.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
check
the
this
odd
out.
raccoon
The
here or
occasional
there.
black squirrel.
No, look, I mean, we did have black squirrels on the golf course.
of the most
But
rare
I
animals in Illinois.
look, I went swimming in there. Like there was like an alligator that like lived in the little cove, like in the bayou we were at. Like it's really not. They're not as like vicious. I think crocodiles are a little bit more like life threatening.
Man eaters.
I thought that was a humongous dragonfly.
Yeah, crocodiles are no joke.
Yeah.
I believe they're actually coming.
There are an American crocodile.
Yeah,
They're in Florida.
they're rapidly approaching, and they're
Well,
about to fuck shit
Is
up.
that your
well,
new? Is that
that's
your new
like,
fear?
Oh yeah,
that's
if I
like-
go down there, I'll be looking out for them.
Florida has like the big python problem too.
Oh, the anacondas. They're
Anacondas
well, no,
too?
they're the I used to have one, a ball python, and then the pythons, and they get
You used to have a
humongous.
snake
Oh,
pet?
Chief's opinion of you just plummeted.
I only had it for a little while, and it was a phase. That's neither here nor there.
How
To be
old
fair,
are
we
you?
were arguing
I was-
reptile guys, not reptile girls.
I
That's
was
true.
I was in college for a total of like 4 months, and I had it like one of the months I was in college. I had a friend that we like kind of shared it.
How did you acquire this snake?
We bought it.
Okay, so it was intentional. It wasn't like your roommate brought it home. You're like, I guess I have a
No,
snake
my
now.
roommate would bring a lot worse home than a snake.
Men. Yeah. Okay.
Jesus, dude. But listen, you'll have to do it to fully know what I mean about how like.
The drive over the causeway.
Yes.
You're still worried about the causeway.
Yes. Yeah, and like to you, it's second nature, but to me, it's like you could like reach over and touch the water.
So
Maybe not,
this is
depending on your reach.
but it's close.
I mean, how are you
I feel
like?
but like
Macombin-
they said they got
Macombin-
helicopters and their own
Macombin-
police.
Macombin?
Like they're sounds like you're fine. When I went to
No.
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 Well, now I'm gonna Google it. You keep talking.
Yes.
But yeah, that's just the North Shore. That's how you get from New Orleans to Mandeville. So like that's the little drive.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
It's the worst part of New Orleans. To be honest.
Really, I would say the crime.
Well, you know,
We're used to that here too.
that's everywhere, I guess.
Are you a big Lil Wayne fan?
Of course. Duh.
What do you expect? I'm from New Orleans.
Oh, this is kind of.
I mean, we could just go bar for bar if you
See?
wanted to.
I mean, so look, I wouldn't necessarily be afraid to drive on this,
Yeah,
but
did
I
it, just to
can't
be
believe
clear.
that this even still exists.
Yes, I didn't turn around. Just for
Eddie
everyone.
taking the Tesla over the bridge.
Dude,
No, but like that thing looks like it should have been swallowed by Katrina.
I think the
Like-
original one had quite a bit of damage.
Oh, they had to rebuild it.
They had to fix it, yeah. Because like
Okay.
that one, and then I had a bridge in my hometown that was completely obliterated. Like it looked like dominoes. It was insane.
Yeah. So
Right.
I'm more afraid of like the bridge collapsing than me falling over.
I'm
the
terrified
bridge.
of that. Like shaky bridges with like if you're stuck on traffic at the highest point of a bridge and you don't know how much total weight the bridge say can hold. That's when I'm freaked out on a bridge.
There is
Yeah.
like it's like one of those cable bridges. Have you seen this? It's in like Washington State, and it's like in this valley, and it like and it's cement and metal, and it like crazily sways in the wind.
I don't like that.
Absurd. Like you'll be like, how can a structure made out of that swing that way? It is.
That's a no for me,
It's
dog.
terrifying.
it's getting quite lively here at the golf course.
Yeah, we have
Lunchtime.
a live audience for people who
Yeah.
have no
The lunch
intention
was
of tuning into our
fantastic.
It
show.
was good.
Yeah.
The grilled
What?
chicken
Oh my God,
sandwich,
that-
the cookie.
The
Oh my
hens are
God.
out.
I haven't had.
The hens are out.
Yeah.
Having lunch.
Oh, it's Girls' Day.
Yeah, it is girls'
Yeah.
day.
Mm.
Uh-oh, Ed.
What?
You find any suitors?
Oh, well, Like a gander.
Scoping out the scene.
They kind of
Yeah.
look like ganders.
Oh, hey, you know. But no, it's a great time. You had a dilemma, all right? Debate. Worst thing to forget going to the golf course: sunglasses or a hat?
I forgot my sunglasses.
I
I'm
think
Squints
sunglasses.
Polidors.
I forgot a hat. This is Fosoli's.
I could live without a hat. I couldn't live without the
I think
sunglasses.
that's a girl comment though too.
Yeah. That's very.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not. I feel like if you need a hat, you probably are bald and need to shield your head versus your eyes. Everyone has eyes.
But the hat soaks up a little sweat, you know.
That's true.
I guess I didn't think about
I
that.
would say I'd rather forget a hat. Sometimes I'll take it off just because I feel like it's getting a little hot under there.
You don't want the sun line.
Oh, I don't really care about that.
You don't care about the sun line?
No.
Look like a
we'll,
doofus.
we'll get you a sweatband then.
The
if that's what
raccoon
you're
eyes
worried
are
about.
worse.
Are they?
The
You think
like
so?
whenever you have like raccoon eyes versus like that line, I feel like the raccoon
You
eyes
don't
are
like
worse.
that?
Mhm.
Did you used to hit the tanning bed?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like every girl like that was
Yeah.
born in the 90s has gone to the tanning bed a
Yeah,
couple
LA
of
tan.
times.
What do they do with all the tanning beds? Are they just like
They still
sitting
have
in
them.
a-
There's actually like, so I go get spray tans now because obviously they're better for you. But the tanning places around here are just pumping.
Are they?
Yeah, I've never seen like such up-to-date technology as far as like tanning beds. I'm like, Jesus.
Really?
Yeah. They have
I
a
feel
law.
like the sprays we're gonna find out that those aren't good for you. either.
Probably. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I do
How
that's
have they
probably
not
good
figured
for
out
you.
the sprays yet? You know, like some girls kind of, not to name names, Hannah, kind of look orange here and there when they use it. Like I feel like that's
What a
like the biggest
shock.
problem. She says it too.
So I think the issue is like your skin, so like pigment takes it weird, and then like different colors. Like sometimes I'll look really orange like the first day, but then like day 3, a
Yeah.
little less orange.
You
Should
ever
go
had
through
one?
the first 2 days.
Spray tan?
Yeah.
No.
I should bring all. That would be a great
A
episode.
little spray
I'd do
tan.
that.
All 3 of you go to get spray
A little
tan.
spray tan with Megan.
But like, what is in the spray? That's what I would know.
Stuff that makes your skin turn
Just
colors.
chemicals.
Yeah.
Spray
Yeah.
paint.
And they even have like other chemicals you can add to the chemicals.
Just the deluxe chemicals.
Deluxe package of chemicals.
I was with a friend this weekend, and she's engaged to a dermatologist, and she said getting a tan in general, like
for
naturally, is
you.
bad for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you hear different things on that because you need sunlight
You
to
need
produce
vitamin D.
Yeah, yeah. Like you it's like the regular because it's not even a vitamin, it's a hormone.
Yeah.
So like it's the like vitamin D helps you regulate like every other production of everything you need in your body, your immune system, everything.
Well, Spin Zone, supposedly vitamin D is supposed to help like cancer. And what if big cancer, big pharma wants us to use sunscreen all the time so that we can get cancer?
Get more cancer?
wow.
I believe it.
We were saying vitamin D.
Supposedly is like one of
If
the
you're deficient.
it was one of the main components of like being healthy and
Oh,
like
God.
taking
Yeah.
care of cancer.
I'm always deficient.
Yeah, well,
Are
most
you?
people are. They say it's like
Because
because
of
this
our
was like a
water,
big
right?
thing during COVID that like 70% of the population is technically vitamin D deficient. So like you're more susceptible to COVID and other things because you don't have. And if you look at like the COVID death outcomes in like Nigeria and these places where they're just outside more, they had way better COVID outcomes than we did.
And that's the thing, though. Like, if you're north of the Mace Dicks, you're like consistently
Yeah,
Inside.
vitamin D efficient. Yeah, because
deficient. Yeah,
we don't have the sun
Yeah.
like you guys do
gotta-
in Louisiana.
I take vitamin D because of that.
So do I.
Yeah.
But then you hear that the pills don't even like
Stu
You gotta
Feiner.
get a particular.
what you
You gotta
need.
get a
Steve-aholic?
particular.
Is that who you're taking advice from?
you know all religions.
I chug a gallon of Sunny D every day.
That's a good idea.
You gotta get
I
a
try that.
particular kind because you're right. Like some of them don't do shit.
They do have
Yeah.
like the extra vitamins.
Yeah.
I
Like-
even got the sun lamp.
Oh, yeah, it just sits in front of the
So-
sun.
Pop in front of it.
So I have one that was like I couldn't figure out. It never worked the right way, but it was like an alarm clock that like
Oh,
mimicked
Naturally
the
with
sunrise.
sun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was just like I don't know. Like I felt like it would just be off on all the time. Like I'd be waiting for it to wake me up, and it just wouldn't start. So there's
It's
too many,
late for everything.
too many
Maybe you
buttons.
just bought a
yeah,
faulty one.
probably, or I just set it up wrong, because I don't read instruction
Can you
manuals.
properly absorb vitamin D through like a window?
They say no.
I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say I would take that back only because whenever babies have jaundice, you put them in their like cradle
The
or
incubator
whatever.
thing.
Well, you put them in front of the window like whenever they're home because that helps their vitamin D levels.
Maybe I'm getting that from one specific podcast by Andrew Huberman, where he's like you also need it for like pituitary gland shit, and you need like direct sunlight early in the morning, in your like no sunglasses, no window, anything. It's like the amount of time, like if it's a bright sunny day like this, according to this guy, you can get what you need in like 40 minutes. But if you tried to do it through a window, it'd take all day.
Yeah, maybe it's just because the babies are just like way more like susceptible
Translucent.
and new. Yeah, exactly. They're just like absorbing everything.
Probably.
Jaundice is wild.
Jaundice is
How do you
pretty
get that
crazy.
again?
So it's just like I think it has to do with just the levels of I don't know what
It's
it
like
is.
a-
It's something. It's whatever the. It's a
It's like
certain.
a real problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you can have like it turns your eyes yellow.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks like Michael
gross.
Jordan looks like he has jaundice.
Yeah.
I'll just say that's
Yeah.
from alcohol though.
Yeah.
I think he does. My buddy has jaundice.
What, he has
Does he?
jaundice or
Yeah.
he knows Michael Jordan?
Can't you die from
He's got
that?
jaundice.
Yeah, you can definitely die from jaundice.
It's like,
Uh,
isn't it something like something's wrong with your liver?
Yeah, I think your
Correct.
liver, your enzyme, it doesn't like process liver enzymes correctly, which
Okay.
makes you have that yellow tint to you.
Okay.
Because when babies are born early, a lot of them like their livers aren't fully like developed enough to produce, like I guess, break down the
Yeah.
enzyme or whatever
Okay.
it is.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm a Dr. Nunez over here.
Yeah.
Set me up for all your breastfeeding and baby needs.
Thank you, Dr. N.
I do feel like it's turned into that.
Yeah, I know. I
It's
don't
like
know
anytime
how.
we have any sort of baby reproduction, anything type of question, we're like, so Megan.
Hit me up anytime you
yeah.
need.
Dr. Makin Money.
Yeah.
Here
don't
we
know if I-
are.
It's got a ring for it.
I don't know if I trust that.
Yeah.
No? Would
Be like a holistic.
We're gonna
doctor.
get like the COVID-19 label slapped on this. You want to just have vitamin D and breast milk? That'll cure cancer.
I don't think we talked about the
Probably
little
will.
C today. Did we?
Yeah, we did for like the vitamin D stuff.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
So Ed, what is your most wasteful item? You said napkins.
Napkins by far.
Mine's water. What is yours?
Time.
Time.
Not a bad answer.
I mean, but
This
if
is fucking
genuinely,
slam poetry
like,
hour.
yeah.
Time.
But like that is like, I watch a lot of TV. Like I spend a lot of time. I feel like doing nothing, and I feel like I should probably be doing stuff.
That's a crazy thing. Because if you think about how many like hours are in Game of Thrones, like a show, I've rewatched the entire show like 3 times.
Exactly. I don't even know if I would qualify that as a waste. But
It's
there's
not-
so
no,
much
it's not.
time where I'm just like sitting there scrolling, looking for something to watch, and I just end up doing nothing. Like I didn't even watch anything. Game of Thrones at least has like a storyline,
That's
and
true. That's
yeah.
it helps your brain.
it's basically
Yeah.
literature.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's,
Doing
it's
something
eye
for your brain.
literature.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So no more wasting napkins, all right? Only take
It's
one.
impossible. It's
Yeah.
impossible.
We're
And
gonna start
especially-
family baths.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Balance out the napkins.
You know it's bullshit that the movies did that because that's like where you really go hard on napkins.
Dude, Jeff DeLoe is probably.
Yeah, he lines the seats.
Yeah.
Does
so
he
what?
really?
He's got to
You know
stand
that?
there at that station.
No, I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Napkins.
He lines his recliner with napkins before he sits in it.
Oh, recliner? I
So
thought
it's
you
like
meant
an-
a toilet seat.
Yeah, but I say like an airport
No,
toilet
he's
where you
like
press
in
the
the
button
in
and
the
it-
theater.
No,
He-
in the
he-
theater he lines his.
Like the perfect Jeff DeLoe theater is actually just like one of those doctor's chairs where they just have the paper that.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's gonna have to start wearing a bubble.
Yeah.
It'll be easier.
No, that's the Jeff DeLoe. He just fucking lines that thing.
He wastes a lot of napkins, but I guess to him
He
they're not
would
a
say
waste.
it's not a waste.
Yeah, that's true. Depends who you ask.
And it doesn't help that most napkins are like one ply, so you feel the need like one napkin's not gonna do anything. Let me take 9.
And not having enough napkins is a bad feeling.
It's the worst.
It's a bad feeling when you're like, I just don't have, you're just in over your head.
How often do you think you use napkins? So I feel like I almost never use napkins
Well,
What
use
do you
paper
use?
towels.
Your pants?
at home.
Yeah.
I don't think I buy napkins ever.
So you just rub your face in a towel?
In a paper towel, I'll use a paper towel. Yeah.
Well, same
Well,
thing.
yeah.
Same thing.
I think we're putting paper towels and napkins
yeah,
in the same
don't,
category.
Don't tell me
right.
there's a difference.
I mean, technically there is a difference.
Do you want to
There's
clean
really
your
not, though.
countertops with a napkin? Of course not. They
I'm
fall
talking
apart.
a wet or I mean, toilet paper could maybe be
toilet
tossed in
paper
this
is big,
discussion.
big
Well,
West.
no,
yeah.
toilet paper's not wasteful.
I would say
Kinda,
I
though.
would
Why,
say
'cause y'all
that
are
I probably
guys?
use more than I need. Because I don't want
You
that
need?
same thing situation. Like
No,
you never
'cause-
want to take too
You
less.
do you mummy your hand?
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
Of
Yeah.
course. I use a ridiculous amount of toilet paper, but I don't use it. I don't see it as a waste.
Yeah, you gotta wipe till there's nothing left.
I mean, like
Yeah.
unless I get like a bidet installed.
I really.
You should.
I love
You have one now?
bidets.
You should, yeah. I got the Dude Wiper 1000, the Dude Wipes one.
Oh
And
yeah,
so like
Dude Wiper one.
I told you, I was like, I can't imagine going back to my life with just toilet paper without Dude Wipes. Now I can't imagine without
The
bidet.
bidet.
Mm.
Bidet.
I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
No,
Was-
I'm interested in that. It just feels like there's something about it that still grosses me out though too.
Recreate the face when you first felt it. Is that every time?
Because
you
it's
get
like
used to
toilet
it.
water grosses me out. Like if they could somehow get the
Brother,
sink water.
your
to
asshole
It's the
grosses you out
cleanest.
too.
It's the cleanest. It's the same like water.
Is it?
Yes, it's the same water.
It's not sitting in the tank.
I mean, yeah, it sits in the tank, but technically it's like.
Keep a clean tank.
Well, no, like for the bidet, I think it comes straight from the water line. Like if you get one installed in your house, it goes right to the water line underneath your
Okay.
toilet.
All right.
Yeah, but I don't. Mine's like from the toilet. I think. I don't know.
So that
I mean-
like
I'd
you
have to
wouldn't
ask Dude
you
Wipes
wouldn't
how it
drink
works.
out of the water toilet tank.
The dogs do.
Yeah,
Do
the
they?
dogs do. Mine
and
don't.
and
I
he goes,
had
they
to-
do.
I had to install like one of those childproof things on my
Because did
toilet.
your dog play in it?
No, but he would just drink out of it all day. So he's actually ripped the toilet seat off of the toilet altogether before
Oh, nice.
because it's annoying.
Even like a bathroom sink, you're not filling up a water bottle going to your bathroom sink. You know, there's something you're not, for some reason, you're not trusting.
You go
the
in the
bathroom
kitchen
sink
for that.
As opposed
Y'all
to
have
the
never been
kitchen sink.
hungover in
I've
like a
done that
hotel
before.
room and just fucking drank out of your
I've done
hands?
that. Oh, out of your hands, and I'll put my face
I'm
underneath the
just- I'm
faucet.
like,
Yeah, fucking
It's
Pauly
gross.
Shore and Encino, man. But yeah, the correct method: Dude Wiper 1000, one Dude Wipe, one dry toilet paper, clean ass you. That's it.
All right,
you just needed like a blow dryer for your ass next.
Yeah, that's all he.
It's like
That's coming.
that interests me a lot.
That's coming.
Just
So I use a
Little
blow
blow.
dryer, but I feel like that would just
Well, yeah,
not,
you could use
not
a
on
hair
my
dryer.
asshole. Yeah,
Well, you can use that. It's a cool. There's a cool mode.
I don't even know if I would want the cool mode.
Shout out to hand dryers though. They did try to cut down on the napkin, the paper
Those
towel
things are
usage.
gross. Though. Did you not see like
They're
MythBusters?
they're worse.
Yeah,
yeah.
they spread everywhere.
Because the shit follicles and whatever
Yeah.
go in it.
Do you guys have your toothbrushes in your bathrooms uncovered?
I have like the little Madison cabinet
Oh,
thing.
nice.
The
Yeah.
toothbrush thing.
Yeah, because your toothbrush has so much shit on it. Supposedly, if you
They say that you're supposed to like do like a black light or blue light or something
to
like
see
that.
like
yeah.
every
or
gross
to
stuff.
clean it or UV light. That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. UV light will kill everything.
Like on Room Raiders, y'all remember that show when they
Yeah.
go in with the black light? The black light was always like, oh. What are they
I don't know how
find?
room raiders got away with that. By the way,
It was
they would just pull random women into a van.
so
You know,
intrusive.
it's like, what is seems not. Someone copied that and they like, yeah, you're on Room Raiders, and they just threw a woman. That's sketchy.
Has anything ever come out like it wasn't some of it was planned? Like
Let's
they
do a
weren't actually
documentary on
seeing
it.
The room for the first time, like they had time to clean up or plan things.
I don't know, but that run
That's a
with
good
with
question.
Room Raiders and Eliminate, I was like sitting there
Oh.
watching that for hours.
Next,
Next
Next was
was the
great,
one I
too.
was
most
thinking of.
degrading show.
Yeah.
And the guy walks out
What?
of the
Next.
bus and immediately
you
I
got
love
$1
that.
dollar.
I
going
love
back
that.
in that bus and crying.
They had to be plants, the $1 ones.
The
I don't
what?
think it would bother me
If you got $1,
if I got $1. I don't think it would bother me. On to the next one.
your pride.
Yeah, I lost that a long time ago.
yeah, sure. All right, then we could wrap it up. Thanks for joining the free swim, Megan.
I appreciate it.
you,
I
Megan.
love being on with you guys. Love to educate y'all on all the motherly.
Yeah, every time we have a girl on, it's like our first time ever talking to a girl.
Doctor making money. All right, then.
Don't forget me.
Thanks everybody for listening. Back tomorrow. See you then.